How do you prepare for a disaster? Animated characters and scenes appear as the narrator describes.
Hurricanes, floods, fires, earthquakes, tornadoes, blizzards, pandemics, and even power outages. Disasters can happen no matter where you live. If you have a disability, you know what you need, but others may not. And what you may need on a daily basis may not be available during a disaster. So make sure to be prepared. In a disaster, you might need to evacuate or leave to another location, such as an emergency shelter, or you may need to shelter in place by staying at home. Here are some things to keep in mind when a disaster strikes. Emergency alerts. Plan ahead and register for alerts with your local emergency department. Emergency contacts. Have a list of emergency contacts such as your family members, friends, and neighbors in case you need help during a disaster. Also, have contact information for people who you will be staying with if you decide to evacuate. Shelters and sheltering in place. Try to stay with friends and family if you can. If not, look into accessible shelters. You cannot be turned away at a shelter because of your disability. However, there may be a designated shelter that can better meet your needs. Emergency supply kit. Your kit should include the basics such as a 3-day supply of water and food per person, extra clothing, first aid supplies, important documents, medication, extra batteries, and cash. Caregiving services. Touch base with your caregivers to create a plan if your caregiver is not able to join you if you decide to evacuate. Medication. Contact your insurance provider to see if you are eligible for an extended supply of medications. An extended supply can range from a 30 to a 90-day supply. If you are evacuated to another area and your medication runs out, contact your insurance provider to find the nearest pharmacy that accepts your insurance or has an out-of-network option. Documents. Keep a printed or digital copy of important documents such as your ID or driver's license, insurance cards, and social security card. Transportation. Evacuation routes and public points of pickup may be announced before and during a disaster. Contact your local emergency management to verify how this information will be made public. However, know that public and accessible transportation may become unavailable due to the disaster. Call your local metro or public transit to check when transportation stops running. Special equipment. Make sure you have any specific equipment that you need for daily living because in a disaster, electricity and running water are not a given. For example, shower chairs for bathing and chargers for motorized scooters. Service animals. If you have a service animal, make sure you have the supplies they need, like food and water. Returning home. Check to make sure it's safe to go home and that water and power are back on before returning. Apply for benefits. Lastly, apply for FEMA assistance to ensure an opportunity to address your housing, job, and any other needs. If you run into problems related to inaccessible shelters, or you feel you have been wrongfully denied disaster services or need resources to prepare for a disaster, contact your state's protection and advocacy organization, also called the P&A.
For more information, contact Disability Rights Texas at 800-252-9108 or disabilityrightstx.org.